Alright, let's start this out with the hanging bridge. This railroad bridge is what we always call the hanging bridge. And it's really creepy. If you go through it at night, it's almost like you're driving through ghosts or apparitions that kind of come right through your car. It is a really scary place, and the story is behind it. There's a lot of people, hung here from, you know, criminals to Civil War hangings and lots of things like that happen at this bridge, but it's really creepy, and we always called it the hanging bridge. Gotta drive through that sometime. Very spooky. So there was these creepy woods at the end of this dead end road, which I grew up around with all my friends and the people in the neighborhood, and these woods were always considered to be spooky, scary, haunted woods. But we played in and rode bikes, had forts in it, and did about everything you could think of in the woods, except we just didn't like to camp out there at night. We'd always go over to the across the fence into a little field so we could see things. We could always camp out there. There was even a creepy old Evil Dead like cabin in this place. Nobody knows where it came from, and nobody knows who built it. There was rumors of people that lived there and died, but we don't know that. Nobody knew. We found a whole bunch of tombstone markers in there. These headstones that were at the other side of the woods around this old creepy house, and we assumed maybe this was an old creepy house that had a little cemetery around it. Part of the woods was the cemetery. That's the only thing we could think of. But that creepy house, we never knew who lived there, never saw anybody in there, but it was kind of an old creepy brick looking house at the end of the woods. And these woods were really considered to be haunted with this hen, they called it the Henley Witch. I don't know where they came up with that name, but it was somebody that had been in the woods a long time ago before they built the subdivisions around it and things like that. And at night when I would come through there, I would walk through those woods, and a lot of times I didn't have a flashlight. I just kind of knew the path, and I'd walk through. It'd be dark. It's just really, really dark and kind of a big path, and you'd walk through it, and at first you kind of feel, okay, I'm doing pretty good, and then you'd say, oh, there's something behind me, man, there's something behind me, and I'd take off and I'd start walking a little faster, and then, man, it's catching up to me, and about that time I could see the light at the end of the little trail there out of the woods, and I'd take off running, and I'd take off, I got it out of that. But I mean, nobody ever really stayed in those woods at night for some reason. It just was really creepy, and it just seemed like something lived in those woods and still does today. Even if I went back there to visit, it's still there just like it was, and nothing's been built in it, but everything's been built around it. They built subdivisions all around the rest of it, but it's not had anything touched it since. Still spooky. Folks, I found this old 8mm 1970 clip of the actual neighborhood back then. Let's go check it out. another really spooky place, if you happen to be in the little town of Greenville, Tennessee, kind of right down in the middle of the town there on Main Street, there's this old church. Now, we always called it I think it's Episcopal Church, but we always called it the Cannonball Church. And this is where there was a skirmish where some Union soldiers came in and were attacking from that direction and shooting toward the church back to a mansion back there called the Dixon Williams Mansion, where General Morgan was hiding out with his troops. And that's why that cannonball landed in that church, because that's what they're trying to do, is shoot toward General Morgan in his direction. And he had tried to escape, and in the midst of escaping, because he didn't want to be taken prisoner, and the bounty for him was to come bring him in dead or alive. So a Union soldier told him to stop, and he didn't stop. He just continued on, and he got shot, and the soldier killed him. And they also was some other ones that hid in that church, and they found them as well. But this place is a really cool place to visit. It's is considered extremely haunted, even especially the inn. You got to stay in the inn. I've never stayed in the inn, but I think I might do that one day. It's got to be pretty cool. But they're set in that inn. If you look up a lot of the history about it, there's they say at least 40 ghosts. Now, I don't know how they get 40 ghosts, but that's a lot of ghosts. But it's really spooky, but really cool.
Okay, here I am at the Greene County Old Haunted Jailhouse. It's open all the time. I just talked to a couple police officers and they said it's open all the time, but you better have a flashlight. Here we go. Ghost, here I come. Okay, I got a flashlight here. And those things are really solid. I doubt I find an old snake in here. There it's a little bit better. The lighting. I like it spooky. Top of cell. Talk about a small cell. Cool. That's a problem. Here's the original door right there, maybe. I don't know. All you can see out of the little tiny shadow window, I guess. Little vent there. See how good this thing picks up. Looks like a door. toilet. Guess that might have been a shower, maybe. Small, real small. Let's go upstairs. I believe there's some stairs. It's a little lighter up here. Paranormal activity. Yeah, if there was a ghost in here, you wouldn't have to have any. Just say open the door or close the door. This looks more realistic. This is the big area here. Solid metal bed. And this must have been a solid metal room here. Well, it must have had bunks over there. Cool. See what this looks like with my flash going on in here. This is the way you catch a ghost. If there is one. Cool. All right, we're done here. Let's get out of jail. Hope they close the doors on me. One of the creepiest things I have to say is this building right here, funeral, cremation, and service. I mean, I'm gonna turn around here and get a picture of it, but or I might go all the way around it. I don't want to bother anybody if they're having a funeral and I'm about to run in front of a car here and get hit. Take a look at a picture. I mean, you can spend a good day easy in Greenville, just historically and haunted. But man, that place right there, which that's it. It looks like a Scooby-Doo haunted house. Something crawling on top of the building there. I guess pigeons, but I mean, the high school's over here, and I was a freshman there, and we were always considered that place being the most haunted looking buildings in Greenville. Of course, it's a mortuary. I'm gonna go around here. I don't think there's anybody even here. Kind of really creepy. It's really old. It kind of looks like Dracula's house or something. But right over there's the Greenville field right over there. There's the old creepy building. I mean, it really looks crazy.